I want to talk about two sets of numbers. The first set is the official head count. And what is included in official head count is basically that's all of the students that are in full-time attendance in our buildings. So this does not include any students who are dual enrolled or that we share or through our homeschool assistance program because we don't get full-time funding for those students. So the first charts I'm going to show you are just the official head count. This is longitudinally, and I've just showed you over the past 5 years, our enrollment trends have gone from, we've had 16,304 students in 2009, and we dipped a little bit, and then we are headed in the right direction for this year. So our official head count increased by 109 students from last year. So that's exciting.
Yeah, well, we just say one data point doesn't make a trend, but we are all ecstatic that the data is indicating more students.
Yeah, so, and how that breaks out by level is, excuse me, the green is the elementary, which is AK to 5, and you can see the difference between 2012 and 2013. The blue is the middle school level, and then the yellow is the students at the high school level. So you can kind of see we gained a few students at the elementary and at the high school level, lost a few at the middle school level, and that the difference between those numbers is that 109 students. Our, excuse me, free and reduced lunch percentages based on our official head count. Last year, the orange line that you see there is at the district. We were at 48% last year. This year, we're at about 46%. And then the second set of numbers that I want to talk about is certified enrollment. So these numbers include every student that we serve in some capacity in the district. So for example, this includes our homeschool assistance program students. They may come for an enrichment class once a month or whatever, but we do serve them. So we wanted to, include them. Those numbers, we actually increased 209 students. So that's a little bit different. They're not full-time in our buildings, but we serve them. So that number went up as well. And you can see that, I didn't do that. The trend there was from, originally, if we go back to the last slide, we had lost about, I think it was, yeah, we were down 124 students from 11 to 12, and then we went up from 12 to 13, 209 students. So that's moving in the right direction as well.
I think that it's always important to quantify numbers. These are head count numbers. These are persons in seats as opposed to weighted enrollments. And in the state of Iowa, we get different weightings for different kinds of students in enrollment. So our actual weighted enrollment that you'll see that will be somewhat higher than these numbers because these numbers don't take into account the weightings.
Alan.
Which number do we use again for funding as far as from the state?
The certified enrollment is what's used for funding, which is this slide right here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. How happy are we?
Very happy.
Turning the corner.
Very, very happy.
Our population study that we had done, a couple years ago did indicate that this would be at least a leveling off. So this is good news. And although it was, as you said, Dr. Benson, one data point, but from our previous study, it looks like that this should continue. Good news.
That's a good point, Director Anholtz. Our previous study had us basically at our low point this year and then starting to climb out of it. And I'm really excited about this number because I think it shows some of the effort of our city leadership and flood recovery initiatives and the core neighborhood projects, the reinvestment in housing that's been going on by block, and others in the community. So I'm really excited about this because I think it shows a lot of hard work. Experts that we consulted on flood recovery say that it's a 10-year minimum kind of process. Well, we're 5 years in, post-flood, and we're starting to see a strong recovery, not only within our business community and business activity, but now in our enrollment numbers. So I'm very pleased with these numbers and think that this is an indication of better things to come.
I do too. Okay, thank you.